I'm Beverly, Beverly Virgo, and I'm connected with my daughter Soraya. She was a student here at the Morrison School of Dancing.
I'm Soraya Virgo, and I danced here as a ballet dancer, tap, jazz.
My name is Marva Tucker. My daughter Marie Marriott came to this school. She came when she was 3. So she came 89. Yeah, she came 1989, and then she stayed till she was 14. And we did leave a few times, but we came back because Marie really loved Miss Morrison.
I started here dancing around 1990, just for fun really. I've always enjoyed dancing, so just wanted to join.
Yeah, I was working at what used to be the Polytechnic, which is just down the road, and I used to watch the children coming in and out sometime because they used to have dance rehearsal sometimes, I thought, okay, Soraya's always wanted to do dancing, so I'll let her know that there's a school and it looks quite good. I didn't know anything about it, who the teachers were or anything. And that's how I became interested.
Miss Morrison, I remember being very kind, very welcoming to me when I first joined. It's going back years now, but she did show us, but was instructing us at the same time.
What happened, like the elder dancers, like my daughter and Amy Caves and all that, who was at the school for a long time and could do the stretches and all that, they would give them the lead to do the movements for the new ones, and then they would show the new ones how to do it. The reason why I select Morrison School of Dancing, I was looking around for something to make her occupied because she was overactive and she loved dancing. We used to go into the supermarket and she was jumping and doing all sorts of things. And I thought I need to tame that behaviour. So then I started Morrison School of Dancing because I rang around all the other schools and they started dancing at 9 o'clock. And I thought I could never get up at 9. Sorry. to take them. If it'd be 7 o'clock, you'd have to get up to get them ready. But Morrison, the baby class was like 2 o'clock. So it just suited me fine. So then we came, and when we came, she was only a little thing, and Miss Morrison, we came up the stairs, and I think Miss Morrison was 86 then, or that number. She wasn't that old to us, and when we came up the stairs, she just welcomed Marie, and we just started to come every Saturday, and Marie was like, a Saturday morning come, she got herself ready, she needed to come, she just was beaming to come and meet the kids and run around and do whatever they were doing. So it was really good.
For myself, I came to the classes once a week for ballet, tap and modern jazz. It all happened during the same week, basically. Yeah.
The classes was Saturday morning, depend on the age, because then you had the older girls classes, like from 9 till whatever age, and then the baby class. So it all was done on a Saturday. And there was 2 rooms. Ballet was done in this room. Tap and stuff was done in the next room, yeah. Mm-hmm. And depending on the age, they did one here, one, you know what I mean? It just interlinked on a Saturday. And then during the week, they had private lessons, if the parents would pay for it. So, which was good. It was minimum amount of money, like a couple of pounds to have half an hour with Miss Morrison, just getting the techniques right and stuff like that. You paid for private lessons, didn't you? Yeah, you
just a few. Yeah.
Yeah, private lessons. So you had a one-on-one with Miss Morrison. Mm. That was really good. None of us ever decided. Miss Morrison had a set rota, and even though we had different costume, it was more or less the same thing, but different storyline, but the same project, but different theme, you know what I mean? So it always started one way and always ended one way, and everybody always ended up happy in the middle.
Yeah. I don't know how she chose who was in what dance. But
the main dancers was like Betty and Betty Grant was the main dancer, and then we had Natasha Hutchinson was the second name. And I can't remember what the boy, Michael, he did stuff,
looking back, there was like a warm up, and then there was different music, different kind of dances set to the music, basically, different exercises that we went through. It's quite exciting, yeah, rehearsals and so on. So yeah, it's fun.
Mrs. Hutchinson made our costume, and Belle made some of the costumes. You know, Belle Grant, she made all the international dance, yeah.
Okay.
And Natasha Hutchinson was one of the main three that led the shows with Becky.
Becky Grant, yeah.
Yeah, we left and went to Roller because obviously it was getting tricky here, you know, and the trickiness was a bit of bullying, not with Miss Morrison, but with other students and stuff like that, and jealousy and all kind of things going on. And I think Soraya had quite a lot of problems, you know, if we're going to say it. And I was the one who pacified and said, don't go, stay, you know what I mean? So that's how we became like friends, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marva was very supportive to myself and Soraya. She showed us the ropes, really,
Yeah,
when we came, and you know, tell us where the shops are to get the stuff and good hard ends and what to get and things like that.
we had to go there. If we went somewhere else, our costume was criticised badly.
Yeah, we had to go to Adams.
I mean, Ardene's got a lot of money out of us. Because we got a growing child and they're changing shoes every 2-3 months. Yeah, and the tutus weren't penny.
No, they're quite expensive.
Beautiful stuff. It was worth it because, you know, all the shows that we did, we had loads of stuff, and it was worth selling it on to the next person to use, or the next show or whatever. And it always looked different on somebody else.
It does.
Yeah. I think what she got out of it, I mean, Miss Morrison had them teaching other children, and now she is a dance teacher, and she teaches at the Trent Poly. So I think with that, it still has that in it, and she's still got the finger thing going on. Have you got the finger thing going on?
Sometimes she doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, go on then, show us the finger then.
The finger, oh,
And she,
when you have to hold it, yeah.
Yeah.
Recently, actually, I've started dancing again. Just started last week, actually, ballet, and then next week starting tap. I think it was just first introduction to the different forms of dance, different techniques, and it's kind of stayed with me really over the years. You never kind of lose the enjoyment of dance really. Tap was probably my favourite because it's the most energetic, and then ballet as well because you kind of, it strengthens your core and everything. You know, your flexibility like improves and so on with ballet. So
I think most definitely, you know, it's show business, and some parents are very dominant, and I suppose you just want your child to do well, and you know, it's a competition in show business.
well, I was never competitive because the parents, even though as parents at the dance school, we didn't have, well, I didn't, and I know that Bev didn't have any say in who was put into the show or what. There was other parents who had that hierarchy, who was able to decide where their daughter came in the show formula. But fortunately for me, Marie was a good dancer, so she wasn't last, if you know what I mean, in the pecking order. She was always in the scene, maybe behind Becky and behind Rachel and behind Natasha. She was always in the scene. So that's why you saw her and that other girl in the video dancing, because she was one of the second run. That makes sense. And with that, we had a lot of problems. Because when we got to the show, they used to hide our costumes. They used to damage our costume, do all kind of things to us, which made me angry. And there was one time they hid Marie's shoes. Can you remember? And, you know, this was the last minute for us to go out, like 1, 2, 3, to go on the stage. They hid Marie's shoes, and I just blocked the door and says, nobody's leaving this room until the shoes is found. And all of a sudden the shoes appear. And that was just to demise her, which was not very nice. But Miss Morrison had nothing to do, well, she wouldn't have anything to do with it.
She was very nice.
Yeah, she, you know, she never ever came up and said, well, I'm sorry, but we never took our troubles to her. We kept it there in the changing room. But things like that happen. Costume went missing. you had stuff missing, makeup, couldn't find your makeup. I was always ready to fix one up. I was the gluer to make sure that, because I felt very protective for Soraya and I wanted her to be there. So I always made sure that she got what she needed, you know, when they hid things. It was bad. It's only a select few that did the competitions, and the girls that did the competition were the ones that guarantee that they get first prize. Yeah, so, and we did. We always knocked it out of the park and won all the other dance school, which was nice.
I can remember the first time I met her and I thought, oh my God, she never can teach, but she was so professional. She was so welcoming and so nice,
Yeah.
you know, and she's hopping around the room. She was brilliant, yeah. And it just brought it all back. I can, you know, see her now across the floor.
Every year when we did the show, she always, the money that she got as profit went to the blind. And I can remember one time she said, we've given 100,000. And I thought, wow, you know, because it was like £1,000 or whatever, or £2,000 profit. And that was a lot of money back in that time, you know.
I can remember, you know, when I was about 8 or 9, I went to spend some holiday with my mom's friend that lives in this Spanish town. And their little girl does ballet. And that's the first time I saw ballet. And I thought, wow, if I could only do that, you know. And I've always wanted to dance. And that's why, you know, spoke to Soraya when I saw the kids coming in. I said, oh, there's a ballet class, you know, would you like to go? And she said, yes. So, yeah, but I've never done, you know, professional dancing myself.
We always had our little blue tutu. They always had a blue little. Sorry, I'm gonna laugh through this. They're always dressed in a little blue thingy.
Leotard.
Yeah. You tell how you was dressed to come.
Yeah, like a light blue leotard, the tights, and shoes.
Think.
Yeah.
And the hair was
Yeah.
done back. So if you can imagine what Bev saw when she saw all these little thingies.
Very nice things. And I thought, wow, that's look good. Must go
Coming
Soraya.
up, you know, we were
Yeah.
walking in on this, you know,
Yeah.
so it was catching because everybody was,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Trent University owned that building next door, and I think the other one further down the road. So I used to saw the kids coming
Yeah.
and out, and I thought,
Just looking cute,
Yeah.
really cute.
yeah, hair all done up.
I mean, we used to come and stay. We didn't drop them off and bugger off, did we? We
Nice.
came,
And sometimes, yeah.
you know, because that was our stage and we was
Yeah.
down here watching them. We used to sit back there, you know, just on that little raised bed. It didn't feel like an obligation because it didn't feel like an obligation to me.
was
I just
enjoyable,
loved it,
actually.
you
It was
know, to see
enjoyable.
them, yeah,
Yeah, it was
do
nice
their
to see
little
the
things.
kids.
You know, because she was a very professional teacher, wasn't she?
She was very
And
good.
when they did when mine started at 3 and did the little baby dance, so she had a little dolly dance with a baby in the bucket, and you know what I mean? It was like, hope that's not being video, but you know,
I think Marva have a bit more insight into, you know, what
Yeah.
was on because Marie was quite young when she started, where Sarah was older.
I was older.
Yeah, so yeah. But yeah, still enjoyable, still enjoyed it.
I went to a funeral and it was at the church in town near Marks and Spencer. And obviously to get a car down into town, everything had to be blocked off. But obviously they did it for her. And the service was just amazing for me anyway, you know, emotional. We cried a little bit. And there was quite a few mothers there when the service was happening. And then they left there. And I think it was awesome car. It was really pumped. It was like a queen funeral. Do you know what I mean? It was really, whoever did it very well. I can't really remember if I went to the crematorium, but I now went to the reception, and the reception was up near the rope walk at the hotel up there, and it was very nice, and everybody met each other, and it was, you know, the memories and exchanged some numbers, and, you know.
It's amazing how how she pulled the shows off because she rehearsed in this small room, and then you've got a dress rehearsal at the venue.
For that morning,
And this show was just amazing. All the shows were just amazing.
and on time.
Yeah, and time, the timing, everything was just brilliant. It's amazing how she does it. She was a genius. She was.
Had to do the ballet dance, and you had to do like a character dance where you would put on like a character type skirt and like these shoes and do like a little dance basically. So it was part of the exam, the RAD board of exams. That's what it was.
Her hair was always done,
Done up and everything, isn't it?
and her makeup was always
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
on
She was
point.
posh. She was very unique, and you know.
Properly.
Yeah.